obviously super middleweight.
Yeah.
You've moved up to light heavy.
Yeah.
That's only happened recently.
Yeah.
How was that transition? We've just seen you train, and that looked pretty rigorous.
Yeah.
How's the transition been?
Well, I think I was drained at super middleweight, but I stayed there because the big fights were there.
Yeah.
I was contemplating moving to light heavy after the Lee Markham fight, and then I was torn between fighting for a rematch with him because it was a great fight and I wanted to justify myself as the better fighter. But all of a sudden the world title shot came through. Someone, a well-known super middleweight, pulled out of that fight, and I decided to step in and take my chances.
Opportunity obviously couldn't turn
Of a
down.
lifetime, yes, and I wouldn't change it. The experiences I got, the build-up and the protocols I put in place have stood me in great stead. But having said that, after the world title fight, I was drained. I did 2 back-to-back camps because of the pull-out, so I'd really pushed myself. And after my body had time to recover and grow, I got on the scales and I was 14.5 stone. I knew super middleweight was gone.
Well, just obviously so the viewers know, that was in September. You fought Chudinov.
Yep.
Very brave performance. You went 12 rounds.
Yep.
What did you take? Obviously, unfortunately, you lost. But what did you take away from such a great experience like that?
Well, try and hit him 5 seconds before the bell. That would have been that would have been a start. But no, I knew the preparation-wise, my fitness and my strength and my stamina was fantastic. But just experience-wise, some of the things he did, his distances, his timing was fantastic. So they're the things that I've come away and I've worked on, and tightened my defence once again. And really gone up a level.
Talking of changes, you used to train with the Collins brothers over in Ireland. You're now back here in London, training with Don Charles. Good to be back home. How have you found the change?
Yeah, it was like a dream finding Don, to be honest, because he's so similar to Pascal and Steve. He's got that experience that he had with Chisora. Not many people know, but Don's had 4 British champions, all different weights. So he's a very good trainer, and the fact that he's done it with all different weights, he's a big guy, he's done it with heavy weights, means that I can work on my power. It's the right setup that I need to move forward in my career, because I'm a come forward fighter and I like to have a war, but he's kind of just refining me and increasing the power as we go. So
and you seem like you're just having met you guys today and obviously seeing how you train together. Seems like your personalities sort of gel quite nicely together, and that's obviously very important for a boxer in a train.
Massively. I look forward to coming into the gym every single day. I'm here every day, Monday to Friday, then we run on Saturdays together, and the gym is just it's like a tight-knit group, and we all know our roles, we all come in, we all work hard, and I think the enthusiasm and the energy just rubs off on each other. So yeah, we're excited. I think we're gonna go a long way together.
Obviously, light heavyweight. We have a certain Mr. Jose Burton, who is current British title holder. Now, we've just heard today that Tony Dodson has pulled out of his fight with him. They were meant to be fighting May the 29th. Where does that now stand? I know there's a lot of sort of banter going around on Twitter. You want that fight, end of.
Yeah,
right?
well, I've asked for the fight on numerous occasions, and I haven't heard back from Jose Burton, maybe because I smashed him to pieces in the amateurs.
That could have something to do with it.
That might still be lingering in his mind, but it's the pros, it's a different game. They're money fights. I think I'm a big draw, so why not take the fight, take the opportunity to, one of us is going to go on to the next level. So I'm confident it's going to be myself. He shouldn't be boxing if he's not confident that he can do the same to me. Joe Gallagher's kind of, I think he's umming and ahhing a little bit about it as well.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of Twitter banter between you and Joe as well.
He's trying to put other fighters in front of Jose Burton, almost creating hurdles for me. I'll jump those hurdles if need be, but I just want to get to Jose Burton and win that title. Explain
to us sort of how a boxer in your position, there's a fight you want. Now another boxer's pulled out of that fight, so that obviously pushes his sort of schedule back.
Yep.
Do you try and push yourself into a mandatory position? I mean, how does that?
Without a doubt, I'm ranked 4th in the country, just behind Jose Burton. So theoretically, I should be in the mandatory. He may be allowed a voluntary, which was Tony Dodson, but now that Tony Dodson's pulled out, I'm justifiably the next best thing. So I need to get that fight on. I'll speak to the board, and I'm sure they'll make it happen. They'll force his hand. and he either fights me or vacates.
It's a fight that a lot of the British fans want to see happen.
Exactly, and I think British boxing needs that. It needs the big fights that people want to see, and that will keep the interest going and the momentum. So that's what I'm in the game for. And as I said before, if he's not in the game to be in big fights, he's in the wrong sport.
Now you have had a fight at this weight.
Yep.
Won that very comfortably.
Yeah.
If that isn't obviously going to happen, that fight immediately, are you looking to sort of, I guess, not ring rust, but you want to just get more fights under your belt at this weight, I guess?
Yeah.
Test that power.
Exactly. I'd love another tune-up, or even go for the Commonwealth and get myself a title, and then go in and fight British and Commonwealth, put them both on the line. So I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to options. I just want to get in there and hurt someone.
Have you had any sparring partners like in your eye line at this weight?
Hopefully Nathan Cleverley's going to come down and we're going to do a bit together. I've sparred with Nathan in the past and he's a very good friend of mine. Nathan's
getting down from Wales.
Well, exactly that. Bring him down, get him out of his comfort zone.
I'm
sure he'd like that. But Nathan, he's at world level. Mm-hmm. He's a level above me. And I'm really pleased for Nathan, and I think he can go on and do good things. As I say, I'm that level below, and I want to clear up domestically, and then step up to that world level. So we can work together and we get some great experience of each other. I'm young, I'm hungry, and I'm going to be on him. And he's got the experience and the discipline to teach me a few things. So that'd be great.
Now, obviously, we need to heavily focus on the fact that you are an avid Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
As are we both. Where do we start on the season that we've had? Thankfully, it's now over.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was quite a surreal game against Leicester. We're welcoming the champions. We were champions. But I know it's an amazing fairy tale, so I guess there's no other team you'd rather win. But what would you make of the season?
It's not been a great season at all. I'm trying to think of the positives. I think now that we've got a fresh manager coming in next season, I think that's a good thing. So we've got some fresh blood. We're going to have a little bit of a revamp. Fingers crossed John Terry stays. We need a little bit of consistency.
Yeah, we need sort of the backs.
Yeah.
How important is he, do you think, to Chelsea Football Club?
I think he's massively important, and I think people don't realise how much John Terry holds the team together. He also, all the fans love him, so that brings all the support there. And that uplifts the team, and you can't underestimate the emotional side in sport. If you're happy and you're confident, you're content especially in a team game, then you're going to play better and you're going to train better, and that holds the team together. If there's friction, then it's not great, and I don't think the fans always see that outside of the team.
Did you play football when you were younger? Didn't you sort of start at 14
I tried football.
What happened?
My brother was the footballer. He played alongside Harry Kane, and he was at Luton for a few years. He had trials with Arsenal and Chelsea, so he's a very good footballer. And he's still good now. He was messing about at the weekend, and he puts the ball through my legs and humiliates me with nutmegs. Well, he was close to getting a body shot, but. So I love football, and it was a great game, but I was never that good at it, so I went into boxing, and I'm more of an individual player.
You mentioned Harry Kane. I have to say, we've seen that you were sparring with Harry Kane, and quite interestingly, you sparred with him after the Chelsea Spurs game, where we did a great job of killing their title party. So how was that little session?
Well, I don't know whether he had added power because of that. There was a bit of pent-up aggression, but yeah, Harry's he played alongside my brother, so we know him from there. And his strength and conditioner is my strength and conditioner, a guy called Anthony Charlton, who took him from youth player right up to the top, and really got him in tip-top shape. And now he's recommended the boxing training, and Harry's all for keep improving, keep learning. So he's adding another dimension to his game by doing a bit of boxing, becoming a little bit stronger, having that change of gears, upper body as well as lower body. So I think it's great for him, and he can punch. I think if he went into boxing when he was younger, he'd certainly be a talent.
Is there much similarities? I mean, with a footballer's training regime and a boxer's, obviously with a boxer it's far more intense for sort of shorter periods of time, whereas obviously a footballer's covers the span. But I guess you can kind of pick up from
I think, boxing certainly it'll lean towards a striker because it's more burst.
Explosive.
So it's the boxing is interval training. If you think of within the 3-minute round, you'll probably have maybe 5 or 6 bursts where you put combinations together and then you go back. And it's the same with strikers. They're cruising around, they're relaxed, and then all of a sudden the ball comes in. They've got to be sharp on their toes and away, and put those sprints in. So I think boxing really lends itself well to football, especially strikers. And I know that Harry Kane's seeing the benefits.
Yeah, he hasn't done bad this
hopefully,
season.
Yeah, and hopefully for England.
Going ahead, obviously Euros. Looks quite a young, positive squad.
Yep.
Do you think? How do you think England can do in the Euros?
Whether that squad gels straight away will decipher whether we go on and have success. There's some great teams in the Euros. I mean, you got to look at Spain as probably being the favourites. Italy are always dangerous. But yeah, if England can gel and carry on like some of the players have been playing this season, then we've got a great chance.
Going back to Chelsea next season, obviously as we've already mentioned, the new manager coming in, hopefully potentially a few new signings. We obviously need to strengthen in certain positions. Do you think we can get out of the slump? Do you think this is a bit of a one-off blip? We're back in, not having Champions League football.
Yeah, that's the killer.
Big,
Whether it will take a season to kind of to get underway. Hopefully we can finish within top 3 or 4 next season. That'd be great. I think we'd be very pleased with that, and then go on from there, get into international football again.
And I guess possibly the dream for you is that world title belt.
Yep.
Circling around Stamford Bridge, parading it to the Chelsea fans.
Without a doubt. Hopefully within 2 years I'll be fighting for those world titles, and I'm definitely going to be in with a shot at light heavyweight. There's some big names, there's some dangerous names at the top of the light heavyweight division. But by the time I get there, fingers crossed, a few of them are kind of starting to slip away, and age is catching up with them.
So you never know. Chelsea will be winning the title again. You'll be taking the world title belt, and they're all
could all
winners.
coincide, and it'd be perfect timing.
But listen, thank you so much for talking to us today and inviting us down to watch you train.
No problems at all. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sophia. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Chelsea Fans channel. My name is Charlie Skinner and I work for the Daily Mail, and more importantly I'm a Chelsea season ticket holder. I'm actually sat in my season ticket